quite a lot of salt. And a little bit more. Right, I'm going to start now by preparing the brown crab. To kill it, take the knife through the head, just straight down. And what we're doing is dislocating the legs, straight down. And what we're trying to do there is that when you actually cook it, none of the claws fall off, so it all keeps together. Right, so I'm just going to pop this into salted water. We've also got a Canadian lobster here, so straight through the head again. You all there? Right, okay. Right, so what we want to do with the scallop, in here you see the filtration system. In Japan they use that quite a lot in cooking, but we discard it, pull out the digestive tract, and out it comes in a warner. Next thing I'm doing, I'm just going to take out the wastage tract. So anyway,
so those are our prawns. Prepped.
We put that into the sauce, which it richens it up.
So again, this is stuff that people would throw away, but it's some of the best tasting, best flavours in the shell.
Right, so I've got my pans really hot here. I'm just going to start searing off. And what this dish has got two parts. We've got almost like a marinara style. So we do the marinara as like in the traditional way with, instead of using wine today, we've got some reduced fish stock. We're going to create the same with the shallots, the garlic, the butter, a little bit of chilli. And then with the crab as well, we're just going to sweat that down with a little bit of butter, a little bit of nutmeg, the shallots, fold in the crab, put the mull cheddar through it, and then bake it into the shell, and then serve it up. In order to get fish stock, you have to buy your fish either on the bone or, and what we usually do, you try to get the most gelatinous bones. The thicker the bone, the more gelatin it's going to have in it. Basically what we do, we use leeks, onions, celery, bay leaf, thyme, and then you just fill it up with water to cover the bones. You bring it up to the boil to simmer. You skim off any excess proteins, and then you pass it off after 20 minutes. And then after that, we reduce it down, and we take it down to what we've got here is quite a thick syrup. We make stocks twice a day. With all our fish, it comes in whole, and we fillet all our fish in the restaurant. Different seasoning here. I'm going to use some seaweed, which is seashore flakes. Right, so just going to sear off the scallops. What we're trying to get here, that flavour from the sea. So we've got a cooked and a raw process going on just now. We're cooking off the lobsters, caramelising up the lobster, I should say. Just making sure that that claw's completely open so we can get the flavour into it.
So even after it's been cooked, you're introducing flavors now by sautéing.
Yeah. You can see there, they've just started to get a little bit of the caramelisation. Mm-hmm. So it's starting to, they're ready to go on.
And it's going onto a bed of rock salt.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Just going to pop the prawns on. The prawns don't take very long. I'm only going to do these about 20 seconds on each side.
It's served, yeah, we're getting there actually. It's served in a beautiful platter in the restaurant with lots of ice. So we're about halfway there now, Roy, aren't we?
No, we're 3/4. Leave it alone. In go the shallots. You want that searing heat. In go the chilies.
So these are hot chilies, Chef?
Yeah, they're at a medium heat. We've taken out all the seeds, so
right.
They're not quite. Right, I'm just going to take a handful of these mussels. This is my reduced fish stock.
Everybody hungry?
You hungry?
Smells delicious.
Right. We're not that far away now. I'm just going to add the garlic, but I didn't want to cook the garlic out. I just wanted to keep it. We're just about ready for plating up. All right. So what I'm going to try to do is serve this up in the most natural form possible. The great thing is now is that we've got all the flavours from the clams, the lobsters. So this would be normally served for 2 people. Okay, so that's the first dish. That's our hot red.